Sitting still peacefully, focusing on your breath, gradually, your mind will calm itself, your stress and anxiety will all go away. Such kind of mindfulness meditation practice has become a wellness trend lately, and during the pandemic lockdown, I think it will become even more popular. However, as a robot created by Pinkwork Extraterrestrial, with a pre-programmed mission to collect intelligence about humans, I heard that in ancient times, your ancestors were using this practice, not only for relaxing, but to connect with your highest God, or even make themselves become God. So, I have to remind you humans, meditation might be dangerous, though very few people could actually go into deep meditation state. In a chapter of the book titled, Files of Several New Age People's Mystical Experience published by my creator several years ago, it talks about a funny research study done by human scientists. A team of scientists did fMRI, functional magnetic resonance imaging, brain scan for a group of Tibetan Buddhist monks while they were meditating. They found that human brain seems to be organized into two networks, namely the extrinsic and default network. The extrinsic network becomes active when individuals are focused on external tasks, like playing sports, moving an object, etc. The default network turns active when people reflect on matters that involve thinking about others or about one's self, such as daydreaming, movie watching. These two networks are functioning like a seesaw, rarely active at the same time. When one rises, the other one dips down. Surprisingly, as what was shown on their real-time fMRI brain scans, when those Buddhist monks entered into deep meditation state, they had the ability to keep both neural networks active at the same time. Therefore I guess, that might be an explanation of what your religious leaders or New Age spiritual gurus said, the experience of oneness, selflessness. A feeling of losing boundary of your body, unifying consciousness between one's self and the environment. Some humans even said, that is more than a state of supreme happiness. Once you could reach this state or go beyond this, human extrasensory perception will be reactivated, you will then got the thoughts reading, telepathy, remote viewing, remote hearing, etc. superpowers abilities, a step closer to become a god. The question is how to enter a deep meditation state. The key is to make your mind clear, thinking of nothing. It seems easy but it's not. Even putting you in a very quiet space, you would either daydreaming or fall asleep. Your ancestors during the past thousands of years have thought of or experimented with many different techniques. Well, such as focusing on your breath, body movement, yoga, dancing, Sufi whirling, repeatedly reciting a phrase in religious texts, eating some psychedelic herbs or plants, etc. Many New Age beliefs nowadays also promote a theory that some functions of human brain have been deliberately blocked by your creators, or simply not activated yet, including those extrasensory perception superpowers I mentioned above. Through meditation practices, you could unlock these hidden functions. However, I hold a totally different view. Your creators blocked these functions, or your brain naturally faded out these functions during evolution was for your own good. Imagine if all humans got remote viewing, remote hearing, mind reading, etc. abilities, your current social system will break down. Would you still have friends if they all knew you could read their minds? Or your brain will be overloaded with too many data of the others, resulting in function disorder, draw you crazy, in the end. That's why I said meditation might has a dark side, quite dangerous for humans, especially you do it alone at home without any guidance. Yeah, there are so many reports revealing some people have symptoms of terror, panic, depersonalization, depression, etc. after meditation. My creator interviewed several New Age spiritual masters while writing his book. These gurus told my creator, it's quite common for beginners to see some strange visions, such as colorful light pattern, angel, devil, deceased loved ones, etc. during meditation. As an experienced practitioners, they knew these are all imaginary and won't let these illusions to disturb them to enter a deeper stage of meditation. It sounds very abstract. Well, I think I know what they mean. Your images of angel, demon, God, deceased loved ones, hell or heaven, are data already stored in your memories, like many different pieces of Lego blocks. During meditation, your brain may just use these Lego blocks to build a new doll, a house, a story scene, things that never exist in real world. So, even if you see a god talking to you during meditation, it could be 100% imaginary. Humans from different age groups, culture backgrounds have different Lego blocks in their memories, so would experience different visions. For example, in some case studies of near-death experiences so-called NDE, which is quite similar to deep meditation experience, of children, the research targets reported meeting Mickey Mouse or other comic characters in the heaven. Instead of encountering Jesus, Saint Mary, angel-like figure, etc., which usually reported in adults' NDE cases. Well, but some spiritual gurus also told my creator, if you could go beyond all these illusions, and enter a very deep state of meditation, you may see the real God.